find it kind of ironic that this movie, which is a parody and homage to Agatha Christie, is a much better way of adapting Agatha Christie than the movie that came out this year that actually was based on Agatha Christie. And of course, I'm referring to Death on the Nile. Because Death on the Nile, though it had a good cast and it looked gorgeous, the pacing in that movie was very awkward. This is a much tighter way of doing that type of story. This is a movie that is a bit self-aware. For the first half, it kind of pokes fun at murder mysteries and how a lot of times they have these cliches, but that's really only for the first half. And once it reaches the second half, it finds its footing a little better, and it becomes a lot less self-aware. The first half was kind of cheeky. It was like, see what we're doing, aren't we clever? And it never got annoying, but, the second half is a lot better because it kind of stops trying to be cheeky, it kind of stops trying to be self-aware, and actually gets to solving the mystery. But it also remains really fun. And of course, the one who really steals the show is, I'm gonna butcher her name, Saoirse Ronan. Her character is very likable, she's very charming, and she and Sam Rockwell make a really good duo. But, I like Sam Rockwell's performances. I crap on Sam Rockwell a lot because I don't like him in Iron Man 2. I haven't liked him all and stuff, but he was pretty good in this, but I don't know what was up with his accent in this movie, because his British accent just sounds like a Captain Jack Sparrow impression. I mean, it's not as bad as Daniel Craig's Southern accent in Knives Out, but it was a bit distracting. But, this movie's really fun. It has a lot of fun playing with the audience's expectations. There's sort of this recurring message throughout the movie where Sam Rockwell's character is telling Saoirse Ronan's character, don't jump to conclusions. You think that this person may have done it, but you need to stop jumping to conclusions. Don't jump to conclusions. And they repeat this a few times, and they might as well just be saying that directly to the audience, because every time you think it's going in a certain direction, it completely goes another way, and it throws in all these new twists. This is a really smartly written script, and the film is also very well crafted and very suspenseful. I think this is like if you mixed the Clue movie with Tim Curry, and you mixed it with Knives Out. And the film also has a lot of style to it. There's moments in this film that kind of play out like a detective comic book, because there's moments where the screen is separated into panels, sort of like what Ang Lee did with his Hulk movie, though it wasn't nearly as distracting as it was in that movie. And I have to give credit to the score by Daniel Pemberton. Daniel Pemberton is quickly becoming one of my favorite film composers. He did the music for Ocean's 8, Man from U.N.C.L.E., Spider-Verse, and his score in this movie is so good. And there's one scene in particular that I'm not going to give away because it's kind of towards the end of the movie, but the score in that scene was very suspenseful, and it was just the icing on the cake to the scene. Like, it was already really suspenseful because you think they're going to reveal who the killer is, and I was just, leaning over forward to my seat because the score is what really sucked me into that scene. So, very well done to Daniel Pemberton for providing an absolutely phenomenal score to this movie. This is a very fun mystery movie. It had a lot of great humor. It had a lot of style. I highly recommend it. I mean, nothing's coming to theaters for several weeks. I mean, I think the next really big movie coming out to theaters is Black Adam, and that's not coming out until almost the end of October. So you have a while to go see this movie. Highly recommend it. I say please go see it. It is fantastic. See How They Run for me gets an A-, a 9 out of 10, and a 4 out of 5 stars.